What is it to be a pro photographer in 2023? I am so fortunate. I'm so fortunate. I get to live my dream career. This is not a possibility for everybody for many reasons. Some things like work ethic, talent, personality, and then location. Like, that's a huge thing, massive thing. There's so many things that come into play with it. I won't even list them all here because I'm bound to miss something, and then I don't want to upset anybody. But there are so many reasons why you can't have this career. And I'm lucky, and I know that I'm lucky to have it. And yes, I worked hard. I worked my socks off. I didn't have an easy run into this. This was, I was without address at one point. Had no money, had no bank account, had nothing. I had to work very hard to get here. But I've still been very privileged, I live in England. I have a very British accent. It's easier for me than other people. Still had the plight, still had the hard work to put in there, but I'm fortunate, and I get that. And I want to tell you what it's like to be a photographer. I want to tell you what it's like to be on this side. The big shoots, the cool jobs, the big budgets, the agents, the creative directors, the art buyers, the art directors, the crews. It is such a great career. We get paid good sums of money to do cool jobs with cool people, with lovely people. I get to come to my studio every day. I come in here every day, often with my cat, the good old Moggs, and we just hang out in here. We create new stuff. We don't do the big jobs here. This is just where I create. This is where I create my own work. I come in here, we shoot the work, we do the creations. I make my YouTube videos now, which I really enjoy doing, and it's really good. But we're out of bin bags. There's a lot of day-to-day life that I don't think people quite realise go on. Let me show you this. This week, I have, today's Monday, Marketing Monday. Tuesday, admin and accounts. Wednesday, editing session with my retoucher. Thursday, pre-production meeting about a shoot that probably won't go ahead. Friday, who knows? We'll see how the week takes us, but more than likely catching up on emails. Now, the Marketing Monday, that will involve me sitting at my computer for 8 hours solid, plus the 2 hours I do from 5 till 7 in the morning before the kids wake up. And it is finding clients, catching up with old clients, sending emails to them. I have a whole workshop on this called Marketing 101, which goes through the entirety of what I do as a minimum. And then I have an advanced marketing workshop, which goes through the little tweaks that I do on top of that. So I've got all that sort of stuff going on there. And, that is Marketing Day. The admin day, it's this boring stuff. It's scanning in those invoices. It's chasing unpaid invoices, which is the bane of my life. But it's part of the job. And it's making sure I've paid my invoices, doing my payment run, all that sort of thing. Wednesday, we're getting on with the editor. It's me backseat editing, and I know that I annoy him. I know I do. I can't help myself. I ask him to do something which he's going to do in a bit, and he knows he's going to do it in a bit, and I know he's going to do it in a bit, but I still pester him about it because I'm a perfectionist. I want to make sure it's all going to go right, and I'm also very time conscious and money conscious. And I don't want to spend too much money, and it's so that's that. I sit there and just annoy somebody for a day whilst they do something I don't have the ability nor skill set nor patience to do. I wonder if I had the patience, whether I could learn the rest of it. But that's by the by. So that's how that goes down. Then it's pre-production. Pre-production meetings where you sit down with yourself, your agent, your producer, you get the client in, you get their client in, you sit down, you talk about the things, you work out what all the major difficulties are going to be, you tell them what they're going to be in a very nice and polite way without upsetting anybody or going, this guy's going to be difficult. You can't go, well, that can't happen because of this. You have to go, well, yes, I think shooting it on a rooftop in January would be great, It's probably worth considering the weather because I think it might be -9 that week. So maybe we can look at some ways that we can get some space heaters up there. It's always coming up with solutions rather than problems. So we do a lot of that on the Zoom calls. Then afterwards, jump on the call with my producer, make sure everything's organised, get it all sorted. So when we come to the shoot day, it's a breeze. And all we have to work on is getting the image. And then Friday, I always have one day a week where I have nothing planned. I try and keep it empty. And that's because if nothing happens, there's some test shoots I can do without a stylist. If nothing happens, I can do some YouTube content. If nothing happens, I can spend the day looking for new things to create, looking at different bodies of work that I could be doing, like just working on my creativity. There's a lot of that goes along with it. There's a lot of drudgery. There's a lot of very boring, long-winded things that we have to do. But all of that is worth it when we get to take the shots. And especially the test shoots. This might sound really bizarre, but like for a long time, I wanted to get the big commercial job. That was the dream, the big job. And I still love doing the big job. But really, for me, at this stage of my career, what I live for, what I look forward to, what I really want to be doing is those personal test shoots. That's where I get my creativity on. Because commercial jobs, basically, we do what we're told. We get booked because our style of our personal work matches the brief, but we're kind of doing what we're asked to do by a creative director. That's the role we play. But when I get to come in here, and because we get paid so much money for those jobs, I have the time and the budget to create my own body of work. And it makes me feel like an artist. I'll be honest, it makes me feel like I'm an artist. And I'm hesitant to say that out loud. I often say it jokingly that I'm an artist to people, but to have a job which has no real benefit to anybody apart from myself, to be able to come and just selfishly do what I want to do all day is such a privilege. You know, I could have done many great pursuits in life. I could have been a doctor, I could have been a scientist. These were all things within, I could have been a teacher at a school. They were all things within my reach. But instead, I've gone and done something really selfish and done something which I enjoy, which, you know, ethics aside, I do struggle with it some days. Some days I go, well, do you know what? I could have done something which really made a difference. But hopefully by doing the YouTube channel, it's giving something back. And with the one-to-one mentorships, it's kind of helping people reach what they want to do. So I kind of offset it with that, I suppose. But I'm so privileged to do this, and I'm really, really grateful.